after the recording starts.
Okay.
Okay, the recording has started. Please continue.
Okay. You all can see my PPT, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, cool. So, good evening, all of you. So, let's start. So, in this course, we are going to focus on building a series of basics Android apps. And our first session, that is today's session, will be new to programming track. There will be basically two tracks, session one and session two. Today will be session one, and tomorrow will be session two. Okay. So, what are the basic things we need is basic computer literacy, basic math skills, computer and headphones, and of course, internet connection, and Android device and USB cable. That is optional. You don't need in today's webinar. Okay. So, this will be totally an interactive session. So, if you know the answer, please either write in the chat box or you can unmute yourself, you can raise your hand. So, our first question will be, what is programming? Who would like to share? Yes, guys, you can write on the chat. You can unmute yourself. What is programming? The normal, the very basic question. Okay, okay. I'll only tell. If anyone is writing, they can raise your hand. Cool. No issue. I'll only tell. So basically, the programming you can say that just like you use human language, right? English, Hindi, Marathi, anything to communicate with another person. You use a programming language to communicate with the operating system of your computer. So this is programming language for those who don't know, those who are very new in this language. Okay, what is programming language? So this is programming language. So we have a second question. What is Kotlin? If anyone know, please write in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. See if someone knows, you can write. There's no problem. I'm waiting. Cool. I'll only tell. Yeah, yes, it is a programming language. It's a modern programming language, right, Shreya? Anyone else? A modern programming language for building apps. Raditri, yes, right. Purva, programming language that reduces common errors. Very nice, very nice. Sarika, programming language for Android development. Amazing. So you all know everything. I guess that's nice. So I'll just tell you one introduction of Kotlin. Okay. So basically, it is a modern programming language. It is efficient to write and has features that help prevent mistakes in your code. And it is rapidly becoming one of the most loved programming language in the world, and it is recommended for building Android apps. So the Android app which we are going to build is by using this Kotlin language. Next, what are the objectives? So you are going to build your first Android app. You have to set up your Android Studio on your computer. We don't need in today's sessions, so you can do it after this webinar. No issue. We will learn the basics of Kotlin programming language and discover resources to continue learning. Okay, so this is the screenshot. Okay, I'll take you this in a while. I'll take you here in a while. Okay, first of all, what is pathway? So each unit is made up of several pathways, and these pathways are composed of videos, collabs, and quizzes. And in every pathway, there will be a quiz. So after completing certain pathway, you have to attempt a quiz and you will earn a badge. Also, I forgot to mention that in the starting, as soon as you will start this unit one, you will gain one badge. And also after completing the quiz, you will gain one badge. So yeah, I have already told you that with this you will earn a badge along the way. Developer profile. So yeah, you will also building up your developer profile, which you can use to show the skills you have gained throughout this course. Okay, so let me take you to the, just a minute. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay, so what you have to do is, this is the website. You have to go to new programming, start course. So as soon as, okay, and today we will cover this unit 1, Kotlin basics for Android. And you have to click explore. As soon as you click this explore, you will earn a batch. Your one batch you will earn. Okay. Next, you have to start with Android basics. So today we will cover this introduction to Android basics. And in this Android basics, we will have all this pathways as I told you before. And after that, you will have to attempt a quiz. So you don't have to worry about all this. In today's session, I'm gonna tell you everything. What are the things which is there in this, and you just after this session, you just have to attempt this quiz, and you will earn a badge. So yeah. In the first two, in the first two, they have just told that what I have told before about Kotlin. So they have just mentioned that. Let's start with our third unit, that is our first program. Okay, so we will use an IDE, which is a Kotlin Playground. Okay, just a minute. I have to share my entire screen for this. Mm. Okay. So yeah, you all can see this is the Kotlin program where we play playground, where we are going to write our program. So our first program is already written here, which is Hello World. So each piece of this program serves a specific purpose, and you need all the pieces in order to be able to run the program. So let's start with the first word, fun. I'll explain you each and everything, each and every word in detail. Okay, what does it mean and everything. So our first word goes as fun. So it stands for function. A function is a section of a program that performs a specific task. Okay. So now these are type of words are known as keywords or reserve words. So can anyone tell me what do you mean by keywords? Or you can say reserve words. What do you mean by keywords or reserve words? Come on, anyone? What is keyword or reserve word? If someone has already done any programming language, they would have known. What do you mean by keyword or reserve words? Okay, Sakshi said predefined words that have special meanings. Correct, correct. Shreya, words that have specific meaning in a programming language, it cannot be used as variables. True. Shivani says use for specific purpose. True. All are correct. Everyone is correct. Everyone is correct. Very good. Very nice. Amazing. So basically, keywords have a spatial meaning and are part of the syntax. Okay. Next is main. So main is nothing but it is the name of the function. Okay. And remember, every Kotlin program needs a function named main. The function name main, and it is always followed by a two parentheses. Okay. And inside this parenthesis, you can put information. Like if I'm writing int num. So now this is an information. And this information is known as arguments. It is known as arguments. Remember this, but here I'm not writing now. Next, inside the curly braces, we write the lines of code that accomplishes the task. Okay, and this here println tells the system to print the line of text. So this is a run button. As soon as I click on the run button, it prints hello world, because in this println asks the system to print this hello world. Okay, next, for example, if I don't use this double quotes, let me see what happens. So it is showing error. So if you want to print any text, then you have compulsory, you have to enclose that in a double quotes. Okay, in println statement. Then next, also, if for example, if you have to write, I am slash n happy in double quotes, of course. Okay, now let me run this. So it is showing hello world, I am, then it breaks, it is called line break. This is called line break. So it breaks the line and it show happy in the next line. So remember this, this is a line break. You can use it whenever you want to start with a new line. So with this, we have done this, our third part. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so we have done this write our first program. Yes, repeat to that. So next, let's create a birthday message in Kotlin. Okay, so um, okay, now I'll just copy paste this and then I'll explain you everything. Hmm. Okay, I've earlier only explained you what is the meaning of fun, what is the meaning of main, parenthesis, everything. Now, in let me see this. Okay, is this working or not? Yeah, this is working. Now, I want to divert your attention that here you can see that I'm writing its age 5, and also here. So what we can do one thing, we can, instead of writing this 5 again and again, what we can do is use variables. So if anyone knows what do you mean by variable, then you can type what do you mean by a variable. Okay, anyone? I think no one. Okay, chill. Not extending this long. Okay. Okay. So basically, a variable is the keyword which we use instead when we have to write again and again any word, any text, any statement. So instead of that, we can use a variable. And in Kotlin, we define that by using a well keyword. So it is a special word used by Kotlin called a keyword, indicating that what follows is the name of a variable. So in now I have to change, instead of 5, I have to write, for example, I'm taking its variable name age. So I can write this and I can assign the 5 to it. Now, if I'm writing age here, let's see what happens. So it is showing me you are already age. Age is the very, so we don't need age here. So we have to see this, to use a variable inside a print statement. You need to surround it with some symbols. They tell the system that what comes next is not a text but a variable. Okay, let me show you that we have to use basically some symbols. So I'm here using a dollar with the curly braces. Okay. Yeah, yep, we got it. So always remember, in Kotlin, whenever we are declaring anything a variable, we simply can't write the variable name. We have to use any symbol followed by the curly brackets. Also, you can also change, for example, you can also change here. I'm writing 5 into 625. So what happened is it calculates 5 into 625 here itself, and then it is displaying in the age section, in the println. So this, yes, this is possible in Kotlin, which is very nice. With this, just a minute. Okay, now move to next. Let's move to next function. Okay, I'll just copy paste this. Let me see if it's working. Yeah. Okay. Now you can see, you all can see this print ln this. Now I don't have to write like it's a, of course it's a small code, but when you write big codes, then it's a very tedious work to write this again and again. So instead of this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new function. Let's name it as print border, and of course the two parentheses, the curly braces, and here I'm gonna write print ln. Yeah, I'll just copy paste here. Just a minute. Okay. Here I'm going to write this. And now instead of writing this again and again, I can simply write print border and can call this function print border, and it will simply, just a minute. Okay, sorry. It can let me see if it's working first. Yes. So what I have done is I have created a new function new called print border, and there I have passed a println statement, and then I've called this function in the main function so that I don't have to write this again and again. But but now what happened is I don't want to write this equals to sign so many times. You know, I'm very alsy. I can't do this. Okay. So what I have to use, I will use a new. This is a function which is named as repeat. So which is enclosed in a curly braces. I'll put this println from here to here, and I'll just write it once, and I will pass the number, any number you can pass. For example, I'm writing 25. So how many times I have to print this equals to, I will pass that. So let's see if it's working or not. Okay. Now, yes, it is passing and it is showing me like this, but I don't want like this. So what is the mistake I'm doing is I don't have to write the ln function. Why we are writing ln function? As soon as we write ln function, it prints the word in a new line. So I have to avoid this, and I will write print ln here, so that after I'll complete one line, I can move to the next line. So yeah, we got it. So as soon as I complete this function here, print, I will write a print ln. So my cursor will come here in the next line, and it will print happy birthday Jansi. So that's it. This is very easy. Also, I want to ask you one question. Anyone know what do you mean by refracting? Sorry, I'll just type refactoring. If anyone knows. Sorry, there's a yes. A well is a keyword. Ankila has asked. Yes, it is used for assigning. It is basically a variable uh, for assigning the any word to a variable, like as there I show you that you don't have to write 5 again and again. You just use well age is equals to 5. So it is a keyword that you then if you declare that age in println, and you will get. So yeah, my question was if anyone knows what do you mean by refactoring. Yes, yes, Sakshi. Yes, clinical code. Right, right. Okay, I'll just tell you one definition. So basically, it's changing to code to make it better or easier to work with without changing the output. Okay, so right here, previously I have written println and then equals to sign so many times. So refactoring is the word, is the term we use when we have to change the code. Okay, but we don't have to change the output. See, you can see my output hasn't changed. So we don't have to change the output, but we have to change the code to make it better and easier to work. Okay, that means refactoring. Okay, so next we have use the repeat. So repeat, I'll just tell the definition of repeat. Basically, this kind of statement is referred to as a loop because you are repeating over the same code multiple times, right? So here I'm repeating equals to multiple times. Uh, like I'm assigning 25, so it is presenting me 25 times equals to 7. Now, for example, I don't want to use equals to. Instead of that, I want to use a percentage sign. What will I do? Also, I forgot to mention one thing, comments. Okay. I don't know, many of you know this, but whatever I'm writing here, it is not affecting my code because this is known as comments. And how can I write comments is just whatever. See, if I'm writing like this, it will show me error. So yeah, if I have to write something which I don't want, I want to show that I'm writing something, but I don't want my program to read that. So that time we can use comments. Okay, yeah. Back to previous question. Like if I don't want to use equals to, and instead of that, I want to use percentage sign. So now what I can do is I will declare a new variable, well, border equals to, and in the double quotes, because text, if you have to write any text, you can use double quotes. Like if I have to write name equals to, instead of Jhansi, it's all like this. So I don't know, I have to want to use Jhansi here. So what I'll do, I previously told you, we have to use any variable followed by a curly braces. And yeah, okay. So what you will do, you will assign, I've taken a one variable border and I've assigned percentage sign to it. Now what I'll do, I'll pass this border in the print border. Now let's see what happens. Of course, it will show error because here I am passing any argument, but here I'm not passing any argument. So that's why it is showing me error. So I have to pass any argument in this. Yes. So now I'm passing an argument border, which I am giving its type as string. So, and it is followed by a colon. Now, string is a description of what kind or type of argument. This is specifying that the argument has to be string. It basically helps the system to enforce that your argument is a text and not, for example, the number. If I have to present that it's a number, so I have to write int. But no, I am here telling that I have to pass the string. That's why here I'm mentioning it that it is string. Now, now I don't have to use equals to because I don't have to pass equals to. I want to print this. So what simply I'll do, I'll pass border. Now, I don't have to use double quotes in it because, for example, if I'll use double quotes, it will print double quotes. So I don't have to print something. I just have to pass it so that it so that I don't have to print border. I have to print percentage sign. That's why I will not use double quotes in it. Now let's see. Okay, it is still showing me error. Okay, that's because print border. Just a minute. Acha, okay, okay. I have to use S capital string. These mistakes are very common and we have to see. See, I've done one mistake string. So I have to use the capital S. Please remember not to use small s. You have to use a capital S in string. So yeah, here we got it. Now, up, I don't have to write. I don't want to write basically this 25 times. So what I instead of that, what I'm using well one variable again times to repeat, and I'm passing, for example, 4 in it. Now, what I'll do, I'll pass time to repeat here as well as here. So I'm passing basically two arguments. Okay. Also, separating by a comma. Here also, as I'm passing here two arguments, here also I have to take second argument, I have to declare it. So here time to repeat. And this I am declaring as end. Remember I capital, S capital. Remember this, or else you will get an error. Now, of course, I have taken this time to repeat so that I don't have to write 25. So here, time to repeat. Okay, let's see. Yeah, take it 25. Let me take it 25. Yeah. So why I've shown you this, that it's not compulsory you have to pass any number only. You can pass a variable, and that variable also you don't have, it's not compulsory you have to declare in this function. You can declare in this function and you can pass this here, and it will automatically take and it will show you the output. Next, now see. Uh, just a minute. Okay, I'll show you this one by one. I'm copying and pasting because it will take too much time for me to write it again and again. That's the reason I'm just copying and pasting. Okay, so here I have declared a variable age layers, variable layer 5. Now I'm going to use three functions. First is print cake top. Acha. One thing, like uh, here, first is print cake candles, then print cake top. So it's not compulsory that you have to first write the function for print cake candles and then print cake top. It's not at all compulsory. You can, if you want, you can write first print cake top, then print cake bottom, then print cake candles. It's very basic thing. Now, in print cake top, I'm basically passing an argument age and declaring it as int. Now, in repeat, if I don't want, like, I want to increase this, but I don't want to change this in my original code. So what I will do in print cake top, I will sum this with plus 2. Okay. So what it will give me 27. So I will get 27 equals to sign. It's that easy. You can basically you can either do minus, or you can do multiply, anything. So you can do anything. Let's do it plus right now.
Seems like Priyanshu is having technical issues. Just wait for some time and we'll resume.
Oh, sorry guys, थोड़ा network issue है. Wait, I'll present it again. Okay, you all can see my screen, right?
Yeah,
I don't know where did I left last. Anuja, can you tell me?
you were on the same page. Just start from print cake top again.
Print cake bottom again.
Top.
अच्छा, from top क्या?
Uh,
Okay, no issue. Okay, so this is print cake top. Here I'm passing one argument age, and you can see age int. I'm declaring age because it's an integer. Because I'm passing integer value, that's the reason I'm declaring here it integer. Now, in repeat statement, I can increase or decrease. I can use plus or either minus, or you can even use multiply. There is no problem in this function. In repeat function, I can use basically it. Why we are having this? Because uh, I want to in some functions I want to use h24, but in some I don't want to h24. So I can manipulate that by creating a new function print take top and passing the argument that is plus 2 in that. So it will, sorry, 26. It will make 26. And next is print cake candles. I hope I Okay, just a minute. Print cake candles. So in print cake candle, first of all, I have used the print, that is print space. So what it does, it prints the space before it display the comma sign. Okay. Uh, I'll show you the output. Yeah, in this output you can see it will print a space. That's why they have used print space. Like if it's like this, for example, let me run the loop. So you can see there is no space before this. So that's the reason for space. It's just for printing space. It's easy. Next, print ln for starting it from a new line. Again, print space. Next, print cake bottom in this. Now, basically, I have created a variable layer from in which I'm passing 5. I am calling this function and an argument layer. But it happens that if you don't want to use this argument, so it's your choice if you want to use or not. It's not compulsory that if you're passing an argument then you have to use. So yeah, here I'm not using layers, still my code is working. So it means you don't have to compulsory use, but it is just showing that only. And again, in repeat function, we are passing age and incremented by 2. We can do anything. Let's do decrement. Let's use this minus sign. Okay, so yeah, it is printing 2 less. Okay, so it's damn easy. Also, one thing I want to tell you that, for example, here you have declared it like print cake candle, then print cake top, and then cake bottom. So it's not at all compulsory that you have to first declare print cake top and then print cake candle, then print. You can first declare print cake top, then print cake candle, anything. It's not at all compulsory. You have to go line by line. But if you will go line by line, it will look good. It's just that. So here I'm not going line by line, but yeah, if you'll go, it will just look uh, good. Your code will look good. So that's it, I guess. So this is a solution code, and yeah, summary. So with this, we are done with our introduction to Kotlin part. Now, when you will go to with this website, you don't have to go in each and every. You don't have to waste your time in going in. I have explained each and everything right from 1 to 4. Everything. You just have to go to the quiz. I'm not taking this quiz right now because you go to quiz, and as soon as you click this, take the quiz, you will earn a badge. So you have to solve this, and you will earn a badge. So do it by your own. After this session, you can go and you can simply just do one quiz, and you then your introduction to Kotlin will be done. So yeah, I think I've done. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow we are going to build an application on Dice Roll. So for today, it's only introduction to Kotlin. So I think I'm done. If anyone have to ask any question, they can. Uh, okay, sorry. What benefit does Kotlin have over the other programming languages to build apps? Okay, so basically, Kotlin is most of the programmers while building Android apps, they use Kotlin because it is efficient to write. And in this programming language, it has many features that help to prevent mistakes in your code. As I have told you, like repeat and all, using these functions, it will help you to, shorten and easier and to make your program better. And actually, it is becoming one of the most loved programming language in the world. So most of the programmers use Android, Kotlin for building Android. I hope I've answered your question, Shreya. Thank you. Okay, does Kotlin has loops and for and while loops that you will get to know when you will. Uh, I'll just show you once. When you will attempt other parts of this. Just a minute, I'll show you. Okay, so in this, okay, I have. Huh. So I have taught you only this that you will get to know when you will attempt all these. See here, it is having four activities, 3 activities, 5 activities. So when you're going to do that, you will get to know more about Kotlin. What happened? Okay. Really sorry for my network issue. Okay. Also, someone was asking for loop and while loop. So yeah, I have told you that you will get to know as you will go ahead. Also, one thing I want to mention you have I have taught you about repeat. So most of your time we use repeat. Also, I guess we have do while loop in that. But repeat is the function which is most used in the Kotlin for for Kotlin language.
Also, just to answer Tejal's question, so Kotlin does have for and while loops. It is
Yeah.
just like any other programming language with extra features.
Also, guys, do attend tomorrow's sessions as well because tomorrow we are you all gonna build an application on Dice Roll or do install Android Studio before tomorrow's session. Okay, I'll present my screen. Bhagishri Patel is asking. Just a minute. What is the timing for tomorrow's session? It is already, I guess, mailed. I guess it's 3 o'clock, right, Anuja? It is mailed. Everyone has got mailed that.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, Bhagishri's question, where the quiz will be available, I'll show you. So yeah, I've told you before also when you will go to unit one. For unit one, it has 4 parts. In first part, we'll have fun quiz. So I've explained you all this. You don't have to go through all this. Here you will find a quiz, and you can just click on take quiz, and yeah. After solving all this quiz, okay, submit answers and you will get a badge.
Aditi is asking, is it compiled or interpreted? So Aditi, Kotlin is compiled into bytecode, which can then be
Yeah,
interpreted by JVM.
yes.
And no,
Are there
the-
any prerequisites? No, you
for
just
the
have to. I guess they have to download Android Studio, right?
if you want to do hands-on with us, then you can download Android Studio, but it's totally okay if you cannot install it or because of some issue. You can just watch
Yeah.
and then do it yourself later.
Yes.
So not prerequisites as such.
Also, also after this session, do attempt that quiz so that you can get your badge,
Yeah, you will earn a
and it
badge.
will be fresh, so you can easily attempt that quiz.
Yes, also the website, which is in the chat box somewhere, there are two courses. If you complete the second course before 25th of January, you'll be getting a certificate from Android, Google. So do attempt that. And uh, after tomorrow's session, we'll be having a break of 1 month in which you can actually build one app and submit it to us, which will submit to Android, and they'll showcase it on their blogs or social media. So whichever, try to make it as creative as possible, the application, and also join the Slack channel because then you can make up teams and create an application and submit it.
Yeah, Slack channel is already present. You can use
Uh,
that.
yeah, Nehal, you can do both the courses. Anyone is
Both the
also
courses.
fine. If you are totally new, I'd suggest you do both of them in order, because then you will get a very basic girth of the Kotlin language.
Yeah, basically, it's in a only one. It will be more about the programming, the Kotlin programming, and but in the second, you will apply that. You will make an application. So prefer both.
Yeah. Also, as I mentioned about the application, I will be sending out one form after this. Yeah, it is not going to be a competition as such, but you'll have a project by the end of December or January. So just fill out the form. You can participate in teams or individually, and try to create an Android application after tomorrow's session.
Okay, we will wait 2 more minutes if anyone is having any questions.
Okay, yeah. Priyanshu, I think we're done here. There are no more questions seem to be coming.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shivandi.
Thank you, Shivani.
Shivadi, thank you so much.
Thank you
All of
all for
you.
joining.
Oh, thank you so much. And please do join tomorrow's session as well.
Yeah, at 3
Thank you so
o'clock.
much, Bhagyashree, Sneha. Okay. Thank you so much.